Wow, babe, look, that's pretty cool. Big artifact.
My heart is pumping.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
As usual, just finding a bunch of these little triangular types of points all worked up. Little flake knives, just kind of interesting looking pieces. And check out this one that I just found here. I don't know if it's a giant drill or if it's just a random piece of chert. But check this thing out under here, kind of hidden under the plant here. What the heck is this? Whoa. Got like a giant drill preform. Whoa, hello. Dang, that's a good one, man. Little knife with a grave tip. This might be the coolest find actually of the day for today. What the heck, man. If that's a spear dart, man, look how cool that one is. It has like serration on the top and the sides. At least on those two sides. I'll have to clean this one up a little bit. It's all calcified on that side. But I have a feeling there's gonna be something in there. That's a cool piece right there. Wait till I clean this one up. This really good one. So thin it could be an arrow actually. Kind of chipped up arrow. A couple more triangles. Gotta flip that one, but see this one. It's a pretty color. Alright, post office is about to close, so I gotta go.
To say he didn't make it to the post office that day. This guy collects rocks.
Found some interesting flakes. Look at this one. It's a weird piece there. Ooh, serration. It's a big flake knife of some sort. Whoa. Big handsaw scraper. That's a cool one. Serrated around the entire edge.
Arrowheads and hard things and Marlin comes first. Marlin.
Yep.
Look at it, babe.
Ooh, that might be a good one. It's got a little divot right there. Might be some engraving and artwork in this one. Heck yeah, man, that's cool. Ooh, this might be a little something too, actually. It's pretty cool. This one here, it's like a little flake knife. That one's cool. I like this one right here with that dark color. Little scraper knife. That's a good one.
No. Oh, the one I threw down now.
Oh no. Alright, let's walk towards the ditch to find us some bottles. We got near the bridge in a while. And there's some cool stuff. Look at this one. Oh, that's a pretty little knife or something. Little poker tool. Look, babe, found a good one right here. See that? Ooh, look at that serration. Nice. It's a big knife. Might be missing the tip, but still pretty sharp. Cool. Oh, it's sharp on that side too, a little bit. Heck yeah. Ooh. That's the coolest knife so far. Wow, nice job. That's awesome. It's got like a fat handle. He's got the red dot. Cool. It's a nice one. Native American hand comb. Alright, I'm ready to go for a swim, but before I do, I gotta check this one piece right here that's been eyeballing me. See over there? See that blue chert with the orange dot on it? Whoa. What the? Oh, no freaking way, man. I was thinking that was just like a little square piece. Oh my. What? Dude. What the heck is this thing? Oh my, man, I'm glad I checked that one. I almost didn't. I was like, let me just pick it up. I thought it might just be a cool, like, colored flake or something. Dude, that's for sure a knife. Wow, look at that thing. Look at that serration down there. And right there. And right there. And it's a little caked up right here, but I can clean that off. Damn, man, that thing is cool. That is freaking, that's like a dang K-bar or Bowie knife or something. What the heck? Stay tuned for the end if you want to see it all cleaned up. This is gonna look awesome. I'll tell you that much right now. Good thing I did start walking through this mud, because check this thing out. What the heck is this? Is that another giant knife? Whoa! What on earth, man? Oh my goodness, man. 2 giant knives in a row? Huh. Look at that thing. Dude, it's like a freaking elephant snout, man. What on earth? Is that like the world's longest drill or something? Man, that's one of the most interesting things I've ever found. Well, needless to say, I'm gonna stay over here for a little while. Whoa. Oh yeah. That's got the shape of the nice spear or dart tips. Atlatl dart tips that I find out here. Heck yeah. That's gonna clean up nicely. Let me grab a few more flakes and then or possible points, and I'll clean them up, show you what they look like, at least with the water rinse. Just found another flake and a big bobber, but gotta throw these in my pocket, so I'll show you them real quick. Rinse them off. That's definitely some kind of point right there. It's got a serration in there on both sides, and it's got a nice little hafting area. Anyways, we'll go over it later. I'll try to find out which one it is, or what identification it is, or whatever, anything like that yet. But I just came up on another point. I was combing through that little creek area of the river, or a little narrow area of the river, and I found another little point just like this, but here goes another cool red one. For amber. Yeah, that's a nice one. Wow. Man, I'm finding some good points today. Oh yeah, this is just like one of my favorite small points that I found a while back here. That's definitely some kind of small enough to be an arrow tip, but I'm not sure. I'll have to refer to my Native American Artifacts of Texas book and see if I can find the shape. Looks like a little bone. Ooh, snake skin, watch out for that guy. Looks like a big, what's it called? Copperhead, possibly. Kind of light brown. That's no bueno. My dog got bit by a snake last year. Getting ready to head out, but I think I see something right here. Woohoo! Oh yeah. Dang, that's a nice one. Whoa, pretty colors in that one, huh? I got like some red in the tips there and some of that light brown in the middle. Dang. I guess that's a maybe a little knife or something. Not sure yet. But some nice serration on the end there. Nice thin piece. Most of the pieces I find out here are pretty thick, so that's a good one for out here. I've been looking around in this area for a couple hours and was swimming for a little bit, just reaching down in the water, seeing what I could find. And pulled up probably about 100 rocks. And this is the one that I picked up that has serration around the entire edge. Nice dark amber, chert, dark brownish amber. But I also, once I got out, I went to cover up for poop and found a really cool point that I'll show you later on. But I also found a freaking awesome one right here. And I left it right where it was so I could get my GoPro. Look at that thing. It's all calcified, but you can see it's definitely something. What an awesome point that is right there. Man, how's it going? Has almost a drill to it. That's freaking cool. How vibrant this chert is right here. Ooh, that might be something. It's got the serration. Kind of interesting. Ooh, that's a good one. Nice. Oh yeah, serration on both sides there. That could be either a flake knife or something else. I'm not really sure. Could be hafted on this whole giant area. That's pretty cool. Alright, it's 4/6/25. Just got out here. This is my first possible find right here. Well, it might be a little point, huh? Not sure, it might be broken right there too. I have to take a better look at it later. Whoa, hey, that looks exactly like that green one I found. Giant preform. I'll show you what I'm talking about at the end of the video here. I got one just like this, that's crazy. kind of giant scraper. Freeform type of deal. Springtime is so pretty. Marlin, what are you doing? Don't be eating that grass. But what is this? Oh, I was thinking that was a leaf a second ago. Okay, that's some really pretty chert there. That might be a preform with that perfect shape like that, but I don't think I see any serration on it. I'll clean it up and look at it anyways. It's just a cool piece of chert, isn't it? Ooh, that might be something there. But let's check these. Oh yeah, whoa, man, that's got a nice axe feel to it. Super heavy. Look at that, how it tapers down. And I got to clean off all this calcification, but look at that one notch right there. Yeah, it's probably gonna have some good serration once I clean it up. Yeah, I can feel it under there. Bump right there, bump right there, bump right there. Oh yeah, dude, that's, man. Hopefully that cleans up well. If it does, that's gonna be a really nice little axe. A lot of times they get all calcified up like that, but you can obviously see through that. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's a cool one. Yeah, while I sit here and ponder my life, I'm gonna go and have myself a nice slice of pie. The cricket gets it. He gets it. Look at that vibrant blue down there. What the heck? Oh wow, looks like another axe right there. Nice. See that blue one right there? But also look at this thing. It's another one of those skull-shaped knives. This one probably wasn't hafted on anything. It's already ready to go. So cool how they make them look like skulls, kind of. But let's see what this other one is here. What the heck? Some kind of little divot ball. It's like a light blue. It's a really neat color. Whoa, look at this one. Look at that piece of chert. That'd make a cool yard rack. I got so many of these, I could make a freaking bonfire out of these cool pieces of chert. Looks like an art piece. That looks like an axe, actually. Look at that. What? Whoa, this thing is massive. Oh yeah, that's an axe. Oh, freaking wow. That's a massive one. Look at that serration. Man, that's one of the coolest axes I've ever seen in my life. That thing is freaking awesome. Look at that. Could be like a hand chopper, but I don't know. Definitely either a meat cleaver or some type of axe. Preform, preform, preform. This is something. Whoa. Looks like some kind of tomahawk. Saturation. The odd shape. Ooh, what's this? Ooh. Whoa. That is a pretty little knife or something. Look at that. That blue and brown chert, man. Look at that nice serration. Cool. Yeah, some little knife might have been hafted onto a handle back here, see? That's a cool looking knife right there, buddy. Wow. It's an odd shape right there. Whoa. Yeah, that's some pretty chert right there. Looks like an animal or something. Oh, it's got a little, look at the serration on the front there. That is a pretty little piece, huh? Looks like a cat or something. Just came up on something cool here. Picked up this little piece here thinking I saw that one wing sticking out and I got my hopes up, but oh well. It's got some like glittery stuff in there. I'm gonna have to clean it up. But, ooh, another preform. But check out this one here. Oh yeah. That's serration right there, buddy. Just a really nice, pretty light brown chert with the rainbow in there. Look at that. I call it the galaxy of the rock, but I don't know what you really call that. But look how perfect that little scraper is. That is a cool one. That's one of the best scrapers I found in a little while. I see two really interesting things here. That little brown chert and this yellow chert right here. Whoa. Yeah, you can see there's some good serration under this calcification. Wow. I'm excited to see what this one looks like after I clean it up. Look at that nice sharp edge right there. It's all caked up so you can't really tell, but I can see it through there. And that'd be a nice place to haft this thing off here. Or even to hold on to it. It makes a nice little grip. Looks like bone or something wrapped up around there. That would be so awesome to find something that's still hafted on somehow. But I doubt I'll ever find that. That would be freaking awesome. All right, we gotta get out of the sun. I'm gonna go to the other end and swim. So I'm walking back fast. And I might find some more points over there. But I had to turn it back on to show you this one. This blue one here. This looks cool. Whoa. Oh yes, thin and sharp. Heck yeah. Man. That's the pieces. I mean, that's like sums up this whole place here. Just beautiful, freaking weird points. How cool is that? With that blue and brown. Not sure if that's just a scraper or point scraper or knife or possibly a point. See the little area there, kind of like a star. Wow. And then look at this little piece here. Thin little point there. Cool. Oh my gosh. I just came around this corner here and I had to pull my phone back out of the backpack. Look at this thing right here. See that crazy looking brown chert down there? What on earth is this? Whoa. There goes the train. Man, that's like, I don't know what the heck that is, but That's like the ultimate Kerville right there. Real big knife coming out of a big old chunk right there. Taking my dog for a walk, and look at that. Right on the walk path here. Another piece that looks kind of pre-formy, but looks kind of like a skull. Looking for some preforms today for one of my coworkers. He's gonna make some of his own arrowheads. Ooh, that might be a nice piece. I got a bunch of big pieces of chert for him already. Want to give him a few varieties, some yellow, some of this orange and brown, and then hopefully some of the blue chert if I can find it. That's some good stuff. It's like blue and green around here. That bright orange is pretty cool. Orangish brown with a little blue in there. But I was looking for that chert, and look what I came across here. Out here, this yellow chert is my favorite color to find these points in. Man, I'm gonna have to throw a catfish line out here next time. I just heard a big fish jump over there. But anyways, I just noticed this beautiful piece right here. I don't know if it's anything, but it looks like some serration around the tips. Whoa. Oh yeah. Hey. Cool. Dang, that is wow, that's a pretty one, huh? Oh yeah, it's got some fine serration and a nice little tip there. I wonder what that was. Maybe some kind of spear point. Is that a break right there? Not sure. Man, that's an interesting shape right there. Just came up on my first good point here. Ooh, nice and thin. Ooh. Sweet. What the heck is that? A little drill maybe? Or something. Nice and thin. I'll clean off that calcification. Whoa. That's cool. A little triangular. With some sharp points coming off the sides. That's a cool one, man. Wow. I do love that yellow chert like that. Man, I should just kept that video going. Look at that. Shit. Just dropped that best point there. Look at that one right there. Yeah, I should just kept the video going. So I took one more step and saw this nice looking hen scraper. Just picked up this little guy here. Man, that would have been a good one if it wasn't missing that other wing, huh? Or if it ever had one. Who knows? I'll clean it up and look at it. What's this? I see some possible serration under that. Definitely gonna clean that up. It's got the look I'm looking for. Some kind of look. It's pretty out here today, huh? I think I just found something cool here. Saw the dark brown chert over here. Oh yeah, see some serration there. Oh yeah. Whoa. Cool. That's definitely something. I'll have to clean it up. Neat. Man, I didn't even move. Look, I'm sitting here. I looked up. Look at this piece right here. See that light brown chert? Oh! Ho-ho! Oh, awesome, man. Set these down real quick. Heck yeah, man. That's a little dart point right there. That's thin enough to where it could almost be a real arrowhead, but I don't know. I think the triangulars were the dart points there. They're saying the lanceolate booty kind of triangular point. That's cool, man. That thing's sharp. That's a neat one. Real simple. Mono-faced. I like it. Cool. Man, I might just have to sit here for a while. Keep looking around. Let's see what else I can find from here. There's a nice like little drop off behind me. See? Looks like there used to be a bridge up there or something, because I find like all kinds of like cement looking rocks or something over there. This is kind of the area where I found that big Native American, black horse stone with the crazy engravings and horse face on it. And it looks kind of like Spanish. I don't know if it's actually a Native American artifact or if it's like, because the Spanish were in this area too, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to take that one to Texas State and have them look at it. Have the archaeology department take a look at it. I don't know, man. They might get mad at me for taking it though. I just tell them it was a gift from my great-great-great-great-grandpa. I was working my way down this hill here. Look at this. I think I saw this here yesterday and I just left it because I didn't think it was anything. But come to think of it, what if this was an Atlatl spear holder? See, oh, and there would be perfect for holding a spear on. If it was hafted onto a stick like this, or possibly even flat like that to add a little bit of weight to it, because it makes it stand up a little bit. And see, I have to put it on a flat surface and see how it would do, or on that side, I mean. See, it stands up just high enough to hold that spear on. It adds a little weight. That's just a thought, because I find a lot of supposed spear tips out here. Not spear tips, dart points. I call them spears. Same thing, you know what I mean? I mean, spears are bigger or whatever, but you know what I mean when I say spear. Right. And this little spot right here is producing. I'm just kind of standing on this hillside, barely even moving around. That's where I just found that last thing. Look at this guy. Super heavy, but it's worked up a little bit. It's got the crystal of the rock right here. And it's just a nice little like handheld cleaver type thing. I see a better preform and a couple of better things right here. Standing right here, I can see three things that I really want to check out. First of all, that giant preform looking rock, axe shape looking rock thing. That dark brown chert sticking out of the ground right there. Right there. That light brown, where is it? Right here. And there's another one to my right here. Where to go is nice. Oh yeah, there it is. Under that rock over there. See that blue and brown? Man, I'm not even trying to look. I'm trying to leave. Seems like every time I try to leave, I start finding them. You know what I'm saying? Whoa. Dang, man, that's 1,000% something. Look at that. Dang, that is freaking cool, man. It's got like a crazy nice hafting area on the back there. See that little worked up piece? You can get it down in that stick. Oh, it's like a wood splitter. Oh man, that thing is cool. Yeah, I'm guessing that's a wood splitter type of axe. I got a lot of them, but this one is freaking cool. This is different. Very different. Looks like a big block of cheese. But look how nicely it's worked up. You can see under that calcification, it's all worked up on the edges too. But it's obviously worked it up on that little shaft in the back. Dang, that thing is so cool, man. Wow. Let's see. All right. Oh, you see that brown one? This one, this might be something good. Come on, God, give me something good out of here. Oh. What the heck is this? Yeah, it's not broken. It has like little chips all around it, like it's supposed to be like that. Dang, is that some kind of spear tip? Atlatl dart tip? Doesn't really look like a knife. Could be just a knife, but it's got that little lateral line, just like. It's got a little spine, a little backbone that goes down the top. I don't know. Well, that's the find of the day right there. I got to do some research and find out what the heck it is. But what a beautiful dark brown chert that is, isn't it? Next to green, that's my favorite color, man. Wow, that thing's pretty. Dang, yeah. Awesome. Thank you, God. All right. And there was one more right under here, right next to that one. What is this? Oof. I don't know. That looks, well, that might be something. I don't know. We'll have to clean that up. I can't really tell. And now here we go. Oh, come on, man. Oh. Whoa. What the heck is that? Dang, man, that's I think that's just a crazy scraper, man. But oh man, that's a cool one for sure. Dang, that thing is massive. Oh, man, I'm gonna clean it up real good and see it better, but dang, I thought that little flute going outside meant something else, but yeah, it looks like just a crazy side scraper. Wow, that's a cool one though. I know you guys are familiar with the big old mastodon and elephant type of spear points, but has anybody ever showed you a Tyrannosaurus Rex point? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, buddy. It's actually kind of cool. Couple of good stone artifacts. right next to each other on the trail here. This one's obviously just a piece of chert, but it's a pretty looking heart. That bird agrees. And this one here got some serration. Could have been a little something. Bird agrees again. But as I'm standing here talking shit about these heart rocks, look at that right there. What is that? Yeah, I'm getting to it, bird. I'm getting to it. Let's see. Oh, what's this? Oh, wow. Oh, sweet freaking potato. That is badass. Look at that circle right there. What the hell? Dude. Tell me about it, bird. What do you think it is? A knife? Nah, man. Yeah, maybe. A little scraper or a knife or a dart, maybe? Huh? Yeah, it looks like maybe a little pocket knife because it's got that little circle right there you can hold on to and just kind of use it to cut. I don't know. That's another one of the finds of the days because it's just so unique. I love it when they're customized like that, you know? Yeah, so cool. Heck yeah, man. The more you stand around in the same area, the more you notice there's stuff everywhere, man. You just gotta, whoa. You just gotta spend more time looking. That's all there is to it. There's absolutely stuff everywhere out here. Yeah, a little sharp point there, a little engraving tool possibly. It's got all like freaking tiny microchipping all around it to get it in the shape here. A little handheld engraving tool possibly. But look what I see right there. That's definitely something. Looks like some kind of flake knife scraper thing. Not sure. Beautiful day. Nice cool front came through. It's starting to get real hot. The mosquitoes are starting to come out to remind us why we don't like summer here in Texas. So this little cool front's pretty nice. Could probably make a 2-hour video on the last one. I got so much footage. Look at this. Whoa, hello, what we got going on here? Look at this little. Whoa. What is this? Let me go rinse this off real quick. Nice little saw type scraper knife preform. Really nice and grippy. This one, maybe a little poker tool. That was nice and grippy as well with that little indent for your thumb. For engraving, writing things on rocks and sticks and stuff. Or wood. I guess it'd be just a pointed scraper maybe. A pointed scraper knife. There's a nice grip right there. You can use it like that just to cut stuff. Not sure about this one. But it's got a little blade right here. And I'll have to do, look into this one. I think it's just some kind of flake, but I'll make sure it's not some kind of point, This one just looks cool. Could be some kind of little Kerville knife or maybe just a pointed scraper type. It's kind of chunky, but it's got a little blade on that side right there. Nice looking chert, real pretty. Alrighty, let's keep looking around. Got it rinsed off. Looks like another possible spear point, like a Pandora or something. Dart point. That's pretty cool looking. Possibly just a knife, but it's got like a kind of a football feel to it, you know, like it's made for launching. Not sure, but either way, it's a cool find. Could just be a little pocket knife. It's got a little top ridge there. That's a very good one. For me, anyways. This might be another little dart point. It's worked up around the edges there. Sharp little point. It's got a tall little back area though. Not sure. But look right next to it. This looks like maybe like a bone knife or something. It's got a little bit of serration there. A tip that looks like, well, I was gonna say it might be broken off, but it's still pretty sharp. Look, it's got that bird look. See the eye and the beak? Like so many things I find out here. But we'll throw it in the vinegar and clean it up. Be able to see all the designs on it. Actually, I believe it might just be chert in there. I was thinking that was a bone looking at it, but not sure. Alright, just rinse these off and notice both of these pieces here look kind of similar with their shapes. Look like big spear points. This one's a little fat on the right, but could have been some kind of preform. But just notice how they're kind of the same shape there. See what I mean? Hey. Here's everything that I found within the past couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. Everything on here is kind of this front portion here. Everything on here is everything on the white part. And on the bottom here, I set up some stained glass areas here, the green, orange, and blue. Those are all cool preforms. These are all additional projectile points and a couple of preforms. And here, same kind of like preforms and knives, a couple of oddballs, round pieces there. But I'll probably go through categories and just kind of talk about them real quick. Just hit on them real quick. Not going to go into too much detail in order to prevent this video from being 7 hours long. But found some really cool stuff. Like this giant horse head. Or possibly, not sure if it is, but I've found some really good ones in the past. Like that one over there. Rock with the horse on it down there. Lots of bird effigies. But sometimes I'll find horses and I believe another Native American head. Just like the big crazy one I found before, but smaller. But let's start off with the projectile points real quick. I'm not going to go through all the names. I actually don't remember them all. But from what I found from the research I did, most of them are possibly archaic and some paleo. Most of them are dart points. There's very few that are arrow tips. There's a couple that might be like that one and this one here. But for the most part, paleo and archaic. For the most part, the points are Atlatl darts from the research I did. These fat, chunky ones. Found some unusual ones, like this guy here. Sharp on both sides and has a little area right there, kind of like a star shape. Projectile, possibly. Maybe just a pointed scraper, but not sure. This one here, I found what it is. I'll add all the names in the description afterwards with a timestamp. I'll have to do that while I'm at work or something. But I found that one. Actually, I may have written it on some of them. Here's a really good one. Here's one of my coolest ones here too. It doesn't look too cool, it's hard to show it, but the sides are equal. And there's a little barb on both sides, symmetrically, in a little area right there, where it can be nicely hafted on. Here's another one of my favorite projectiles I found here. That's a cool little fat one. These are the typical ones that I find that are like a little triangular. This one's cool because it has some sparkles in it. I was thinking this one was too, but it's actually, I believe, some kind of knife. Sharpened around all sides. Not sure. This one's unique too. Little hafting area there. This one's very unique. I have no idea what this is. Some kind of early triangular maybe. Razor blade sharp all around. Possibly little hafting areas. I found this one while I was swimming. Just reaching down. I picked up about 100 rocks before I found one like that. Here's another one of my best projectiles here. Thin enough to where it could actually be an arrow, but not sure yet. I'll have to do more research on them. Big fat one here. I included this one. I found this one last time, but the more I look at it, the cooler it is. And from the research I did, that's like a paleo dart. And I found another one like this. Kind of reminds me of an Easter egg. A light pink and white. How it's hard to explain the nostalgic coolness of this, how simple it is. You know, it could be hafted on really nicely right there and sharpened on both sides. But it's so simple. And it's a robust little point. I've accidentally dropped it a few times at work and it was totally fine. I didn't clean this one because I just kind of like the color of it. It's kind of like light, but I've cleaned everything else in vinegar for a few days and added some synthetic Mobile One oil to them to kind of keep the sheen going. Here's another one of my best finds. I'm not sure if this is a projectile or not. I believe it's a Pandora from what I remember, which they say they can either be knives or projectiles, but it's hard to say. It does look like it has some blunt trauma to the tip, but hard to say. Either way, it's a good point. It was already clean when I found it. Same with this one here. Another one that I just found the other day. Just a larger version of it, and it's got that top area there too. Could be a little pocket knife, but it also could be a big spear projectile. I'll get to the weird ones later. That one, I don't think that's a point. I think that's just a knife, but there's an awesome little one here. Real pretty. This one's razor sharp, little thin one. Same with this one, kind of sharp. Smaller. Here's a really thick one. This one's really cool. Let's get that triangular tip there. It's sharpened on both sides here. It's a very robust one, very strong, kind of thicker. So I'm guessing that's a Atlatl dart as well. Wow, always find these weird triangular points like this. I got like probably like 2,000 of these. A nice little sharp one. Little tiny one. That's it for the projectiles for the most part. So let's get into some knives and stuff. Yeah, let's talk about the knives real quick. This one here, check out this freaking weird one. Super sharp. It's got like a little area that you can hang on to. Let me switch hands real quick. Real grippy right here. You can hold it like this. Makes a really nice cutter that way. This one's weird. It's real pretty. Look at that beautiful chert. Oh yeah, let me hit on these two. These are two of my favorite finds too. I looked in the same area. I was just swimming in one little area for about 2 hours with my dog. Just kind of looking, just kind of sitting there. Found a bunch of just random flakes in the same area, and then exactly where I was looking at the very end of it, I found this guy. Just sitting there. I was like, man, I can't believe that was there this whole time. But it looks like a point that might have been sharpened down to a drill point. See what I mean? But not sure. Could still be a projectile. Nice big Kerville. Real sharp. Could be used that way or the other way. This is probably my favorite knife that I've ever found, actually. Look at this thing. It's like a greenish chert. I believe this was a hafted on knife. See the little back area there? That thing is so cool, huh? And then right after I found that one, I found that giant drill thing, or knife, flake knife possibly. But I'm pretty sure this is a drill based on the shape. For drilling big holes in the sand or something like that. There's really rocky sand there. This drilled a hole right through it. But of course you could use it to drill other stuff. But just freaking awesome. Ooh, I got some cool tomahawks to talk about too. But just too much going on, huh? I'll just skip through them real quick. Cool knife. Not sure about this one. It has a blade on the front. This one I thought was a projectile, but it has such a perfect grip right here. And then a blade right there. So I think it's just a tiny knife. This one I believe is a hafted knife. This is a really good one. Super sharp on that side. A little bit of stuff on the top, but not much. And it looks like a little area that could be hafted on the back here. See? Like that. Really neat looking one. I think I showed this in the last video because I kind of found it at the end of the video I shot before. But just a neat little flake knife. Another one there. Another one. A few other random ones or whatever. Here's the one Ashley found. She always finds them in this shape. But that's a really good one. Super sharp. Has a nice handle. Kind of like a Kerville of sorts. Just found this one the other day. I have no idea what the heck this is. But clearly it has some work to it. It looks like it has a break off right there, unfortunately. But if you hold it like this even, look at a little blade right there. A little knife in the front. But I have no idea what the heck this is. Another Kerville there. Cool one. Lots of twisty knives over there and drills. I found some really cool drills like that in the past. Not sure what the heck this is, but it's cool. Go through the gravers too. There's a grave knife there. I didn't film this because it was only sticking out that much and I thought it was nothing, but I spent a good few minutes pulling it out of the ground. And that's a freaking awesome grave knife. Super sharp, awesome grip. Look at that thing. It's one of the best gravers I ever found. That reminds me, I found a tiny little yellow one. That matches the other two that I had. I gotta find where I put those. Yeah, I'll include them at the end if I can. Here's another interesting knife here. Very interesting one. Shape and everything. Make a nice little like spork type of deal with a knife built into it. Speaking of good gravers, it comes close. I got actually 3 awesome ones in here. That one's cool because it's like that black chert almost. It's freaking razor sharp. But this one here, obviously, is pretty good too. Look how sharp that one is. Another one there. Nice and sharp one there too. This one's comfortable in the hand. Cool shaped one. A bunch more of those. As usual, I find those all the time. Let's get through some of the scrapers and random stuff over here. This is just like a little scraper knife, I believe. Real sharp, and they incorporated a little crystal into it, which is pretty neat. That one's really, really nice. Bunch more projectiles. This is a really sharp little flake knife here. That thing's like freaking paper thin. Big fat chunker scraper. Bunch of scrapers. Very unique one here. Where'd that blade go? Oh, it's over here. Here's the blade here, see? Freaking insane looking. Just your clean basic scrapers too, you know. Real nice looking one. Here's another unique one with a nice grip right there. And a blade on the left side there, a little side scraper. It's a very comfortable one. Pointed scrapers, this one's cool because it has a grip. This area has a nice little grip here. Pointed side scraper and another one there. This effigy didn't really turn out as a crystal. I might have to like sand the crystal down or something. Unfortunately, it's not shining after a few times of cleaning it, but this thing's cool, look. It's like a little hand axe. Fits perfect like that for little jobs. Oh yeah, big giant scraper. It's like a PS2 controller scraper. Really neat looking one. Oh yeah, here's actually one of my best scrapers right here. Just a perfect rounded side scraper. Look at that thing. So thin and sharp. It's just such a nice one right there. I don't know what the heck this is right here. Maybe some kind of little knife or drill poker thing. I don't know. Here's another, I believe, projectile, but not sure. See, it's not really sharpened up. It has a little area that could be hafted in there. Just go through everything real quick. Possible tomahawk, that's the one that I cleaned up. Hopefully I found it earlier in the video where I showed you where it was all caked up in calcification. Cleaned it up and it's a nice chert. A nice little hafting area here. Very small little hand axe. One of the best ones I've ever found now, besides the one with the back area here. And then that little guy. This one comes pretty close, man. That's a nice one. And this one, the Bigfoot tomahawk. What the heck is this? Like a big old toe. I mean, I'm sure it would work good, but it just looks kind of goofy, huh? Oh yeah, this scraper has like crystals in it. That's pretty much it for that. This preform here just looks really cool. It's one of the best looking ones I found. But it's sharpened up, very sharp on all sides. So it could have been some kind of tool, plowing tool, axe or something. Or just a big pocket knife or handsaw. Make a good little handsaw. Check out this crazy preform right here. But look at the serration. And it looks like a bird right there. But also just an awesome like poker tool. The way it's worked up, it doesn't look natural at all. It looks like it was some kind of tool. These are some of my favorite things. I got a whole bunch of chert axes. If you can tell me that's a natural rock with all that in there, go ahead. It's not going to change my mind. I don't care. Look at this thing. I believe that's a wood splitter, log splitter. Here's another one I found. Big heavy one, and then here's a nice meat cleaver that looks like a giant bird. See the beak and eye? I believe it holds this way right here. Yeah, super comfortable in the hand. Nice serration in the front there. It's weird when I talk about these people like that doesn't exist, but if you Google like bone cleaver or Native American meat cleaver, they exist. You know, it's just a tool that they used. They sharpened down big rocks and used them to crush apart the different body parts of animals. Kind of, you know, split them up, send their friends off with a leg or whatever. But just a really nice one, cool one. I was just thinking it was a big piece of chert at first, but you can see some pretty good indication of work to it. If you go around it, it has all kinds of evidence. Nice little blue drill here. It's kind of a bluish white. That's kind of your standard type of drill there. Those are cool. This one almost looks like a piece of artwork, you know. I was thinking that's a graver, but I don't know. Here's another fat drill. Big one. Possibly anyways. Here's that little tomahawk that I found that was broken off. Cool preforms that might be something, might be nothing. Like this one, for instance, could be something. It fits well in the hand. It's like a chopper. There's another cool preform that looks like a big spear tip or something. Pretty neat looking. Some of these big ones might be like ceremonial, kind of like the, I don't know, like this horse thing could be like where the horse stable is or something, you know what I mean? They had like different workshops. Like I'll find a bunch of wood tools in one area, and I'll find a bunch of axes in another area. Here's one of my favorite preforms I found in the entire video, just because look at this. Fits so perfectly right here. And you can use this as, you know, all kinds of tools. You can use it to dig holes. You can use it to cut things apart, crush things, but it's just super comfortable in the hand. Just a nifty little tool, possibly. This one here has some engraving in it. I'm gonna have to clean it up a little bit better. I soak it in some more vinegar until I can see what's in the engraving, if it's actually just the natural chert or if there's some actual engraving. But it's looking like there actually is some engraving in this one. So hopefully that is the case. I'll get back to you with that one. Big handsaw. Oh yeah, I found this preform in another video. It's one of my favorite preforms I've ever found. Because it's just real sharp all the way around. Be like a nice like giant scraper, some kind of tool. But look, I found another one exactly like it. Or pretty much exactly kind of the same chert. Super sharp all the way around. And just like a massive scraper or something. Just so freaking cool. Alright, am I missing anything else up here? Oh yeah, just some more possible little drills. A bunch of these little like thin things. I don't know if these were drills or what. But, you know, they could be used for all different types of things. It's like your standard Native American needle nose pliers, you know what I'm saying? Very useful tool. Anyways, let's go through these oddballs up here real quick. Just a little knife. What's it called? Curved knife, whatever it's called. Little tiny scraper. I like the little tiny ones, they're cool. A little ball. You know, maybe for a game or something. It looks like a marble. This one I thought was a giant like Clovis point or something when I saw it at first. It really got my hopes up, but it's just a big old chunker. I don't know if it was anything. This one looks like a bone drill. Had some red sparkles in there, but here's another one of these little things, little heart looking things. I think that might just be a bone of an animal. Something weird there, with a little hole in it. This one looks like a George Washington quarter or something like that thing. See that face? That's just a rock. Got me off guard there. Here's a nice little micro knife. Super comfortable and it's super sharp. Really neat because it's so small. And same with this one, like the tiniest Kerville knife I've ever found. See that little blade on there? I love the little micro things. Like the little micro chisel. Here's all my chisels. See that little chisel? The little tiny things are just neat. You know what I mean? Here's another, the smallest grave knife that I found. Really nice graver. There's another one that looks like it has a little axe on it, you know. It's like, let me cut up my little food. I don't know what the heck that would be used for. Random stuff. This one has a bird effigy on it, I think. Another micro knife. Nice little like blade right there, see? Just funny looking. I don't know what the heck that is, but preform, I guess. Same with this. Looks like a little end scraper, but it's kind of a neat shape. Not sure if it had a different purpose. Here's another one that looks like a finger pointing little graver. Here's one that looks like a Texas flag almost. Preform. But I'm guessing maybe some kind of shovel or something. I don't know. Awesome graver. Super sharp. That'll cut your freaking thumb off right there. It's real sharp. Another graver. Preforms. Preform. Cool knife. Atlatl dart holder, I believe. Scrapers, preform, possible axe preform or hammer preform. Now let's talk about these real quick. This was one of my favorite knives I've ever found out there for a while. It's in that gray chert, real hard to see, but look at this giant piece of it I found. If If you hold it just right, it looks like it was like sharpened down to where there's just a point there. You use it for crushing or something, but I just took it because I like the gray chert. It's one of my favorite ones out there, besides the yellow. Just neat preforms. Look at this one. Looks like it has some silver lining in it. See that? I guess maybe that's a natural thing that occurs in these type of rocks, but there's some crystal in there too. I don't know if you can pick that up, but I wonder if I should try to split it open or something. It's all sparkling in between there and it goes through the whole rock. Pretty nifty. There's some cool preforms or whatever back there. Round ball, like a super round one. And then I got the other rounded things. I know these are something, I forgot what they're called. I've only been researching this stuff for about 5 or 6 months now. But, I mean, I've been looking for arrowheads since I was a toddler, but just recently I started reading up on this stuff, so just kind of learning about it. And a little dish, a little divot bowl. Here's another rounded piece, look at that. Look how hard they had to work on that to round that thing up. So cool. Just a preform scraper, a bunch of more projectiles. Just look at the most unique ones, like this one here. This bone, weirdly shaped. Same with this one here. Actually found this one, little triangular. Look at this preform. This one looks like a little hand axe. See that blade? Another meat cleaver type. Look at that perfect grip right there. You know, those are so cool. Big giant bone knife. Like a handsaw maybe. Preform. This one has a chisel. This is a big chisel. I need to add that to the chisels. There's preforms, random pieces. Here's some neat preforms. Here's one of the best meat cleavers I found, or hand axes. Looks like it has all kinds of art all over it. I haven't spent time looking at it to see if there's any like animals. But the Native Americans, at least in Texas, were real big on adding art to their pieces. So I'll have to look through that one. Super creepy and has a really nice blade. It's a real strong chert too, like little hand axe. That's one of the best feeling ones in my hand that I've ever felt. Just so strong. Fits in there so nicely. I always find these preforms, these giant fat triangles like this. There's a little brown one. Little blue one. There's an interesting looking one. I was looking for artwork on it, but I don't really see anything. But yeah, I think some of these are just used for like stabbing type of deal. Or it might just be a preform, might be nothing. I find those all the time. Here's a really, really cool one. Look at this thing. I just planted a bunch of cactus in my yard here so the cattle stay out of my flowers. Made a whole barrier of them, so I'm gonna put all my preforms all around them too. This one's cool. Feels like a nice grip too, and then it has like a little blade right there, see? So these preform type of deals could be something, you know? Could be some kind of hand tool. And this one I was thinking there was some art on there, but I haven't seen anything yet. Just a vibrant colored chert, I guess. So yeah, I haven't really found much art in this video. There might be some on this one, but I haven't inspected it too closely yet. I have the magnifying glass now that I can put it under. And I'll get back to you if I see anything. But if you see anything, let me know. It's really fun to look through them. I'll take this to work tomorrow. If I get any downtime, I'll just be staring at it till I see anything. But yeah, I haven't seen anything yet. But yeah, there's some more preforms that didn't make it. See, not sure why though, because this one has a little blade, like a little chopper. But just some neat preform looking things, or just some natural rocks. Who knows? But yeah, that's pretty much it. I did go back to the Bucky site and get this giant shark tooth looking thing. Not sure if it is anything, but got it just in case. There's that big piece there. Here's my favorite piece of chert, big yellow one. But see, I got the cactus going all the way around here because I got a little fake cat to scare off the other cat that's been eating my flowers. But alrighty, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.